And the cool thing about recording it is I can work at my own pace. Live would be dope. That to get to it, if the day I can go live and have a little audience that I can interact with and mingle with, that's going to be real dope. It's going to be hard to finally get to that schedule, especially from the position that I'm in right now. It's no followers, but I'm creating this content to help build that, and I'm just going to come straight with it from the beginning and help to explain the statistical analysis of the exit polls. All right, it's not hard to understand, and I'm going to upset some people with this information. And I'm gonna play a little, Breath of the Wild to demonstrate some of the game and gaming and game theory, and this is another demo of what I'm trying to bring to the world. It all stems from hip hop, an American culture created by the children of the 1960s civilization rights. That's what we want. We want to be citizens of this great country. Happy Veterans Day. Much respect and honor and love and peace, unity to all my veterans. My father served, his brother served, several uncles that served, friends that joined the service right after high school, friends that joined the service after college. Shout out to Chris. Hey, just much respect, yo. But let me give y'all the data real quick. I'm gonna start off with that, okay? That way I can see if I can grab your attention on the actual what actually just happened. And yes, Black men are to blame. Right? You can't because it's a secret ballot, but we can tell by analyzing the statistics that they gave us. Right? Now, the statistics that they gave us is pretty straightforward. There's 20%. Let me see. I have it right here on my phone. Give me a second. The actual, what they say, right? They say 23% of Black men voted for Trump. Right? 73% voted for Harris, but 23% voted for Trump. Now, these are exit polls. It's not accurate at all. When I was walking the streets and talking to Black men, it was a greater percentage than that. That was, hey, no, we can't vote for Kamala Harris. Way bigger than this 23% that voted for Trump. So a lot of people stayed home. People got mad at me for telling people, yo, you don't have to vote. And it upset a lot of Black women because you're assumed that when you vote, you have to vote for Democrat. Don't vote blue for them no matter who. But I shared a lot of different content, a lot of different people explaining, listen, we're not going that direction anymore. Right? At some point, we have them saying that they switch, that racism switched from one party to the other party, and which is illogical, but it's logical. I understand why you think that way. That one party is racist and the other one is not. That one party is the liberation. That's why they get the term liberal. But the Democrats is the original conservative company. They're the original conservatives. The Republicans were the liberating the slaves, the Black slaves. So it's this whole concept that it's switched. is confusing to some, and it does begin with Malcolm X, and that's part of hip hop culture. That's where hip hop back in the '60s. Malcolm was the first to say, "Hey, no, the liberals are now the liberals are the Democrats, and those are the ones that can't be trusted." Right? Um, he wasn't saying that about John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy was actually a conservative, and that's where we people get confused. But I didn't want to do the history lesson. I just wanted to do the straight statistics. So they said 23% of blacks, African Americans, black people, right? Foundational black Americans, or I like to say autochthones, voted, 23% voted for Trump. All right. So a lot of them stayed home. So what that means is that out of 100 people, 23 voted for Trump. Now, if I'm telling you that 100 black men stayed home, that they didn't vote because they didn't want to vote for Trump, but they was not going to vote for Kamala, right? Since they stayed home, it was when I voted in 2016, I voted for Jill Stein. They said that's like voting for Trump. Right? And even though I voted for Jill Stein, I didn't vote for Trump in 2016. So what that means is that they kept telling me that I voted for Trump in 2016 because I didn't vote for Trump in 2016. Take that same concept, that same idea that 100 men didn't vote for Kamala, they stayed home. And let's give that whole 100 black men would have came out and they would have, hey, no, we're going to vote for Trump. Right? Give them the whole 100%, the whole extra 100. So that means that out of 26, 126 out of 200 black men voted for Trump now. Right? It's you can't assume now. Y'all want to say I can't assume that all 100. I understand that, but let's do it just as a matter of fact, or right, because that's what they're told. They tell us, right? If you didn't vote, then that means that you voted, because that's what even Obama said, right? So that changes the percentage from 23%, right, voting for Trump. Now it's 126 out of 200. Now you're talking about 62% of black men in favor, right? Or actually all would have voted for him. That have been 62% voting for Trump. And it felt that way when I was out there, when I'm out there busting my butt, working from job to job, trying to get ahead in life under the Bidenomics, and I'm working along black men that had several baby mamas, and they all was the same. Yo, no, this got to change. It's got to change back. Life was a lot better 4 years ago. I'm gonna do it again, but I'm gonna do it as I gotta do the chalkboard. I'll make another video explaining that again. So yes, I'm saying a large percentage of black men actually voted for Trump. They, exit polls are just random samples, but no, a lot of black men actually went out there, and just like Michelle saying, lie to your husband and vote for Kamala anyway, right? A lot, yes, a lot of you are actually, your man is lying to you. He went to the thing and he voted for Trump. Yeah, he's going to tell you that just to keep you happy. Yes. And now I'm causing conflict in your, but y'all have to be honest about the response that y'all doing now. On how many you seeing all these black women online, the Democrats, angry at black men for not voting 100% Kamala, saying we're misogynistic, and now you're treating them like we are the problem. Now take that same mentality to all these DI hires that became human resource managers, and yes, and at the job they smiling but as soon as you 5 minutes late, they writing you up and they trying to get you out of there, and they'll fire you if you know what I mean, if they hear that you're not nice to your baby mama. That's the conflict going on in the black community right now. So this is Breath of the Wild, as you can see, it's a beautiful game. I really just want to do some gameplay. This is how I relax. Many people say this is the greatest game of all time. I might agree with that. But there's a part 2, and I have that on. I'm playing this on the Wii U. I'm playing this on the Wii U. Okay, raw bird drumstick. So the Wii U is my hey. It might be my favorite system. It didn't sell as well as many Nintendo systems in the other past. What's the VR, the red VR one or whatever. That's the worst. So many people consider this one the worst because it didn't sell well. But concept games, this is the Switch, the first Switch. So the Switch is the greatest of all time. But this game is what made the Switch what it is. And I love this system. I love this game. So as you can see, this is Link. I got my sword. What should I do? So I got to get my practice. So I wanted the boy to demonstrate this game. I want him to play more adventure games like this. What can we do? Let me see here. After returning, okay. I don't feel like doing. I just wanted to do some battles and stuff. Let me see. What else can I? So I got. See, these are all my quests. Shrine quests. Well, these are ones that I have to do still. So I guess I put it on my. Legends say that they did sacred relic might be. So I guess that's gonna put it on my map. Where's my map at? Let me see if I can find my map. Okay, here's my map. It's been a while since I played, so y'all gotta bear with me. But yeah, that's all, and I'm in the there with that. Like, I mean, that's something to think about. All right, so I gotta make it there. So I'm warping there, and but life is okay. I'm gonna be good. There's nothing to complain about. We can analyze that as much as we want. Yeah, you have these situations where it's just funny to me to see politics promote Tupac, right? So anybody that's real hip hop, we go Rakim, right? Because Rakim was the one that did know the ledge. Tupac's first movie. Is that Tupac's first movie? Um, Juice. But yeah, that's what's the Rakim did the soundtrack. Sip the Juice, Know the Ledge. Right? It's one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time. I started my son off on their first album, Eric B and Rakim. That was Eric B and Rakim also. But Eric B is President is a song that I started my son off on when he was a baby, you know. So when he was 5 years old, he was already saying, "My mom remains a fine with all kinds of ideas and self-esteem to make you think that my thought took years to build." Right? And I used to do it as a party kind of thing. Like you heard him, right? You know what he's talking about? Like they ain't know what he was talking about. At the same time, my apologies. I mean, chewing your ear. I'm calling this a cookie and coffee too. Thanks for my mom sending, but I just getting a couple. And I'm a little snack to go along with the gameplay, go along with the thought. I'm gonna share this to Facebook and YouTube. But I'm sharing that knowledge right there. And yes, if you want to argue it, go ahead and argue all day. Like Jason Black laid it out as basic, even more basic than what I just did. Right? My analysis, yes, is an assumption that all 100 that decided to stay home, right, or whatever great percentage that is. Of course, it's not going to be that, but even if it's 50%, right, you're still looking at a way larger number than 20% of black men voting for Trump, right? You're looking at a way bigger percentage than what they gave you as the exit poll. What they gave you as the exit poll is a rough thing. So I'm seeing my family arguing. It's like, yo, y'all got to stop. Y'all got to get over it, right? It's time to start building. So what we have to do is, in order to, we're still caught up in racism. It's like, no, that's racism. Of course, I'm not going to say it doesn't exist, but in the abstract understanding of what's called favoritism, racism is a subset. It's a small little subset of favoritism. Yes, it looks bigger than what it is because we are, it is the quote unquote white man is the dominant, population of and we're talking lighter skinned people are the more dominant. Now they're trying to translate it into colorism, right? So what those two concepts, colorism, racism, even fascism, right? If as a political ideology, these three things are actually subset of favoritism. Favoritism is that big no, right? Because we're only supposed to show favoritism to one being, one entity, one power, and that's God. Right or wrong. And then that's where the religion starts to want to fight now. It's Allah, it's Yahweh, it's Elohim, it's whatever name, or Jehovah, whatever name that y'all want to throw out there and argue about. Right? In English, we say God. In the Declaration of Independence, it says God. In the Declaration of Independence, at the very beginning, it says the law of nature, or nature. It says and nature's God. It was recognizing that those were the two philosophical understandings of life. One is more atheistic in ideology. The other one is more theistic in ideology. Yeah, I got to explain that again, right? I'm on my glide tip. Oh, woo. All right. All right. So this is my first issue here. All right. Let me see. How can I do this? Should I just waste my shield? It's been a while since I played. That's why I'm kind of. I know that the professionals are watching this video like that's not a problem at all. And it's like I forget how to play the game. You know, I forget how to play the game. Woo! I tried to use my God power. You know, I got to work on my skills. I didn't want to do that, but I had no choice. Like you see, I finished the game already, but these are some of the. How can I show that? I don't even know how I can show what I just did to the people. It's one of these. These are my like godlike powers. And I just did Jaruk's protection. It's a protective power to defend myself. Automatic, protects you, and I get 3 of them. So it reflected their laser beam right back at him and killed him. There was a way to do it without it. I forget how to do it really. See me try to shoot him in the eye with a regular bow. I knew that wasn't going to do it. I got these special bows. Let me see if I can let me see if I can see. I got different bows. These are my ancient arrows. Now that would have really did some damage to him. I got 61 of those. And then bomb arrow would have hurt. Shock arrow would have hurt. You know what I mean? Ice arrows, fire arrows. Like these are all things you got to build yourself up. And then I got a regular stock arrows. So, but that was an ancient. That one didn't walk. The ones that walk, whew, that'd have been a real problem. I'd have figured it out, but it's been a while since I played. I gotta, you can see my health ain't. I gotta fill my health bar up. And yeah, I'm just mentioning some of the things. When it comes to politics, religion, and scientific methodology, I'm not here to argue with anybody. But yes, the Obamas was very wrong in assuming that it was okay to be telling their constituents to, they are coming against marriage between a man and a woman. That's Obama's number one sin. As soon as he changed the fundamental definition of marriage, he really messed up. He really did a disservice to Black people. Yes, there are women out there that want 3 husbands. There are men that want 3 wives. Which one is better for the society? Yeah, we can have adult conversations about that all day, but it's still, in the end, it's still one man, one woman, and that's the child that comes out. Is the offspring, and that child is supposed to honor their father and mother. Now, if the father and mother are being dishonorable to God, i.e., adultery, which is what all these lawyers is coming after Donald Trump for. Donald Trump already said he didn't do anything with that lady, but now they got hush money, and now he's saying he committed fraud and all these, and now the same judiciary system doing that to all Americans. So all the job had to do was say that I was committing fraud, right? And it's terminating me committing fraud. So now it becomes a legal battle, and I don't have, or and that's most Americans don't have the lawyers to fight for EEOC, which is Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. That's what Biden changed when he came back in, right? So now, where a lot of Americans are terminated, and it's going the same thing. Like we're going to have the same issue when Trump, right? Because now a lot of people are going to get terminated for Trump, and now they're going to be on the other side of that, and it's like, y'all got to stop. We got to stop letting the government dictate. You know what I mean? DEI, the diversity, equity, inclusion. Like it should be whoever performs is rewarded. Instead, it's whoever is being a part of the favoritism is being rewarded. So under Biden, the favoritism went to illegals, the pride people, and women. What I say? What? And that's why men, it's like, nah, this ain't working, right? Because now you put women back in the positions of power, and they do what? Abuse the power. You're listening to another episode. Actually, what I'm supposed to do here, I don't even know. If I had somebody in the chat room, they might have been able to help me. But these are the things that they don't want us to talk about. These are some of the things that they've been blocking our pages over, right? It's called cancel culture. So at the very beginning of my page, if Black Democratic women didn't like what I just said or whatever, all they got to do is hit a button and say, demonetize him, right? No, that's hate speech. And now the system goes, okay, this is called hate speech, and it'll lower me on the feed so that my voice cannot be heard, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and so there's my opportunity to grow on social media. All right, so this is my big horse. Woo, this was gigantic. What up? Me, one of the things you can do. Let me show y'all. And I'm just doing this because I got a lot of newbies that, if people want to catch on to what I'm doing, and I'll practice the game some more and come back even stronger with things. And see, I got an apple. So I just gave my apple to right. Then I can, I ain't gonna shoot my arrow. I should go get that arrow. It was a maze, like, can I get my arrow? It's like, you that cheap? Yeah, I'm that cheap. Where's my arrow go? I don't even see it. So this is Breath of the Wild, one of the greatest games of all time. Um, the more of these that I do, the more we can have deeper conversations. And of course, like I said, I'm doing this. My channel is going to be. I'm calling it Game Theory, um, but not of the sense of just being science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Um, it is, but at the same time, I want people to understand. My first game theory book is a card game. Like what happened to us playing card games together? What happened to women sitting around playing bridge, for example? The fellows, we used to sit around and play chess, or Monopoly. One of the things we used to do in college was play Monopoly, and I really didn't play, but even then, I understood. When playing Monopoly, what the most important player is the banker, right? The banker has to be trustworthy. So I was usually the one that was, considered trustworthy. It's like Chuck Vita or Volo, right? Volo, Vita banker's like, nah, I ain't playing. I ain't got time for that, right? Then everybody, you're trying to be the banker, and you find yourself trying to solve arguments on whether or not it's a fair trade or a fair deal and things of that nature, because everybody wants to come up with their own rules and, and then favoritism, right? It's another game that, you find yourself, I don't want my man to get out of the game. I need his help because he has something that I need or whatever. So you want to try to, but you can't show favoritism. Risk, people usually don't play the Risk, but Risk is notorious for that. Because now you're talking about global domination kind of over the world, and you got different armies and things of that nature. I've never been in a competitive Risk tournament. Monopoly we played, but rest in peace, Shiz, right? Those are some of my memories of Shiz. College friend. If you went to my school, you know who I'm talking about. Him and O. I wonder what. I don't know. We don't see O online. I'm praying the best for him. But I remember that one battle that they had. Heated because hey, you cheating, disrespect, war. Easy. That's why I ain't like. We played spades. Is less like that, and the Great Spades tournament is always gonna be my memory because it was Byron Evans, Clyde Simmons, and the late great Andre Waters, rest in peace. The main one behind the whole mental health issues in the NFL. I got to play him in Tunk for a good hour or two. And it was great experience, and yes, he was arrogant, ignorant, and a man's man, and it's one of those experiences that, I want to continue to tell my son about, and I met Joe Frazier too, but we'll get more into all that later on too. I would have got the slowest horse, right? I wanted to eat something. Yeah, I was just taking a quick, vocal break. And I gave y'all how many? I gave y'all 30 minutes. That's all I really need to give y'all. I gotta stop this fighting this war. Right? Y'all sitting here arguing over Donald Trump winning his second term. The only other president to do that, the way he did it, is Grover Cleveland was the 22nd and 24th president of the United States. So Donald Trump becoming the 45th and 47th is a major accomplishment. And yes, there's a lot of Black women online complaining. The Black men that are complaining are trying to explain it to them. And it's just funny to see the women mad, trying to get the men to be mad because they need to be mad because of all this destruction that Trump is allegedly about to do, when men are suffering. Once again, shout out to veterans, right? My dad gave me the choice of joining the Army or going to school. I said, I'm going to school. And he paid the tuition the first, year, 2 years. And I'm not saying he didn't still help me out after the first 2-3 years. He still paid. He paid the tuition. I paid for the apartment. And I had to work and do everything. Like, that was his lessons in teaching me in life. Like, no, you're supposed to be paying for this, But yeah, he did. He would go half on some things. Other things he didn't. You know what I mean? My debt when I came out of school wasn't as bad, thanks to him. You know what I mean? My debt wasn't hundreds of thousands of dollars. It was like maybe $10K. I don't even think it was that much. All right. And what I did, I paid it off as soon as I got out. He let me stay at home with him and my mom. Paid it off. Saved up a couple K and, got me a little car. So it was okay. Now my next move is to get a spot and move out and to the real world, right? And been at war ever since. Because they don't want to pay you. And if you work harder than the person above you, they're going to fire you. Or do everything in their power. It's like, you know what I mean? Meg, rest in peace, was my manager that passed away. During the Obama years, Meg, I was under Meg, and I helped Meg to build up the store, and the result was demote Meg. They didn't promote me. They put somebody else above me, a DEI hire, and all he wanted to do was fight me every day. And I'm trying my best to just, hey, I'm helping you to make the store immaculate so that you can say, hey, Charles deserves his own store. But, it is constant warfare. So, yes, I was able to reunite with Meg under Trump, and we rebuilt that store that she got demoted to, pretty much. And they promoted me, and, Meg, rest in peace. This is the world we live in, right? And it's, y'all people don't want me to share this information, but I have a neighbor that passed away a couple weeks ago. I'm looking for a job. He's hooking somebody else up and under this, what's the name? It doesn't work. Because then it's two men showing favoritism towards each other. And the job that he did was nah, I ain't gonna do that. But hey, I gotta do something, right? But he's no longer with us, right? Young kids younger than mine. Did he work himself to death? Right? Is that what's happening? And then we're supposed to blame Day-Wise for not You know what I mean? For not going to work or working as hard as him, right? This is the warfare that this government is creating. Well, the last administration was doing it specifically against black people, and they still doing it. That's why Al Sharpton doesn't want to recognize that. He's a pimp. He's the old head. We give him respect. But in the 90s, yes, we had our eye on Al Sharpton. We knew he was a pimping pastor back then. So that's why we're not surprised by how devilish his tongue is today. That's why he still wants to say that it's the men being misogynistic as opposed to maybe we are working men a little too much. Maybe we aren't investing more health into our men. Maybe we aren't, right? We're not helping them, and we showed favoritism to the wrong people. So now it's, hey, men, can we get a little bit of that favoritism so that we can get back to being great again? And that's why, yes, it's more like 70% black men wanted Trump to come back. We'll figure out what to do in the next 4 years, get our lives back. Because Biden betrayed us, right? I didn't vote for Biden. I voted for Trump in 2020 because I was at the cusp. Like I said, me and Meg built that store up. Meg was hoping to become a district manager. I was hoping to become a store manager. Meg was forced to retire. I took her spot, and in her retirement, she passed away. I was able to keep the store running during a pandemic, but they pivoted to the fraud laws. They start saying we all committing fraud, and that's what it was actually. This past 4 years was the fraud wars. Black man, you committing fraud. You don't vote for Democrat, you committing fraud. Is what they did. And no, I don't agree with that. You just don't care. You're selfish. Black men are being selfless. They just want to spend time with their children. Right? She wants to spend more time with me. That's what's actually going on. So I'm available to help out. Me and my son just got straight. Well, he got 2 B's. Funny, right? We're building this network. Next time I'm gonna let him play the game, and I'll just sit back and rap about cooking, right? I'll share a recipe, and because that's what we was trying to do last time. Do different tacos and have taco night, and he'll play the game and talk about the game, and I want him to get up to playing a game like this. It's a very beautiful game. The battles is fun. As you can see, it's 3-dimensional, and see other horses in the pasture. Oh, there you go. Oh, he's a harder dude. People watching like, he ain't got no skills. I know I don't. I'm gonna get my skills back. Right? I'm playing around, really. See, so now their horses. See, now this horse is a little faster. Of course, that horse that I was on, you see how big he was. See, that one had 3 stars. Let me see how many stars this one has. 2. I might take the 3 stars. And of course, I still got him. You see how big my horse is. I forget which horse this is. See how big this one is? But he's slow. But he's a tank. You know? I might go take this one to this thing and keep it for myself. It's pretty fast. I do want a 4-star horse or whatever. I guess I already got a couple of those. But yeah, this is Breath of the Wild, one of the greatest games of all time. A lot of people say it's the greatest game of all time. Oh, okay, he's cool people. I'm still Link to the Past, which was on the Super NES. You know, Zelda is a beautiful game. You know, and to watch the transformation from being 2-dimensional overhead view, you know, to this 3-dimensional forest and all this grandeur. My fault. I ain't mean to run you over, Beetle. It is what it is, right? Anything else I want to say? I mean, I think I said it all. You know what I mean? I just wanted to give another little demo. Hit the like button, subscribe, share. I gave y'all 50 minutes. I did a great job. Right? I did a great job with this. I'll leave this at the top of the thing because I think I explained it to y'all real good. You see, hip means to know it's a form of intelligence. To be hip means to be up to date and relevant. Hop is a form of movement. You can't just observe a hop. You got to hop up and do it. Hip and hop is more than music. Hip is that knowledge. Hop is that movement. Hip and hop is intelligent movement or relevant movement. We selling the music. So write this down in your black books and journals. Hip hop culture is eternal. Run and tell all your friends. An ancient civilization has been born again. That's the great KRS One. I'm putting number 5. Number 4, I'm putting Slick Rick. Number 3, we got EPMD. Number 2, the Juice Crew with Big Daddy Kane. Rest in peace to Biz Markie. And number 1, Eric B. and Rakim. Because I like to do it as groups. You know what I mean? As cliques, as crews. Because that's how we used to roll. Like, you know what I mean? Sugar Hill Gang, right? It's supposed to be the first rap group, right? It's the Sugar Hill Gang. That's how we rolled. It wasn't until Run DMC that they said, not 5, not 4, not 3, just 2, right? We used to roll 5, 4, 3 deep, treacherous 3, right? Shout out to them. Like I consider all them top 10 MCs, top 10, you know, rappers. There are legends, right? Generation X, Generation Baby Boomers. They the elders. I love y'all, you know, and you know, Uncle Johnny, rest in peace. He you know what I mean? Uncle Shep, my dad is still with us. They both veterans. Shout out to the veterans. You know, I don't know if Uncle Jim was in the army, but shout out to Uncle Jim. Rest in peace. Uncle Jake, definitely. You know what I mean? He's the Don. And Mr. Don, I haven't heard from him in a while, but I gotta see how he doing. Cause I want them Redskins to come back too. Shout out to my big brother, Buster. He's a pastor down in Atlanta. I ain't hit him in a while. You know, man, everybody just be safe and love this. I mean, we only get one life to live on this timeline that God gave us. So all this black women are enraged with black men for allowing Trump. That's what we did. We allowed Trump to go back in office so that we can fix the damage that Biden did against the black community. Biden did it, right? The only reason why she's getting persecuted is because of Obama. Because Obama's behind it, he was behind it, pulling the strings. He wants to now. He's now notice now they are going to say that they didn't have power, right? And that's what Steve Harvey started saying, right? We're not going to ask for reparations because we don't have the power. Like, stop, right? Black people are supposed to be constituents for the Democratic Party, and we got tired of being betrayed. Period. So we got to build, and we got a lot of legal battles ahead of us. We need good lawyers to help us out, and Kamala and Obama aren't good lawyers, because if they were, then, and Michelle, if they were good lawyers, now help us to fix our communities, right? It's not gentrification. It's investment. It's not desegregation. It's empowering the separation, right? Y'all cause divorce, but then you're empowering the woman, and the man is out in the street begging, right? The man is being hit with alimony, child support, right? And it's all men. So yeah, it's a man with 3 baby mamas. Yeah, that was definitely. And then a man with 3 wives. I mean, a woman with 3 husbands. Yes, she's right. And who's to blame? Right. That's what he's saying, right? Who's to blame? I'll do it to control that fast. I don't know. But yeah, this has been another episode. Hit the like button, subscribe, share. I'm just spitting the truth. Don't get mad at me for doing it. And I'll be back with more gameplay with the seed. I'll do less talking next time. I'll let him do all the talking. And playing the game. I made it all the way up here just by walking, huh? I love this game. I already think I got the same color horse. All right, so next time I'll show y'all more fighting. I'm gonna stay on this game, and then go back to Tears of the Kingdom. Try to catch y'all up a little bit to the 3-dimensionals of and I'll be back to re-explain the percentages, and I can use some blackboards and things of that nature. And please don't give me all this rhetoric of blaming each other. Instead, forgive. We need to forgive each other. Get back to helping each other, and because it is a team sport. It is about teamwork. It's not individualism is a mirage. Michael Jordan's not the greatest just because he's Michael Jordan. He's the greatest because of Scottie Pippen. He's of Horace Grant. Crazy. What's the crazy boy? Dennis Rodman. Right? It's a team sport. That's Embiid's biggest problem. His head too big. He thinks about just not Embiid. We just need you to play. Be on the floor, and that makes a difference. We don't need you to kill yourself on every play. All this, you can't play back-to-backs is whack, right? You don't have to kill yourself on every play. There it is. One God, our Father, the art of time, hip-hop life is one love.